Hey guys, welcome back to ArtosisCasts. Hope that you're having a nice day here today. Some great news. I think it's from this video tomorrow. The ASL Open Season 1 will be up on ArtosisCasts. It's a very long video with tons of games in it, so I know that you guys will end up enjoying that. And another cool thing, this man right here, Shinee, one of the strongest ladder players for a very long time, is unbanned from ASL. He is participating. He's going to try to qualify, it looks like. And in fact, did play in the ASL Season 1 Open. Season Open 1, whatever the branding is. So very exciting to see. You guys might recall that he was banned because he qualified and then dropped out, and then he qualified again but lied and said his opponent beat him so that he didn't have to try to drop out again, and they were like, yeah, enough of that. But yeah, he is still one of the strongest players, and very nice to have on Team Terran, I guess, right? Like, if he makes it, I don't know if he will. I don't put him top tier, but he is a player that absolutely could make it into ASL. He plays a very technical style. I would say one of the closest people to him might be Sock. Who else plays like Shinee? He's pretty aggressive, pretty technical. Little bit, not exactly speed. Yeah, Sock is probably the closest, but it's not exactly right. It's not exactly right. I guess when you get that good, no one overlaps completely anymore. It's like Speed and Sharp. I'm like, yeah, they're similar, but not the same. His opponent here, of course, is Bisu, one of the very best to ever have done it. Probably the best ever to have done it with Protoss. All right, should be a great game. I'm so excited right now, guys. I'm really happy, in a great mood about Brood War. Things are going really, really well for it. You know, we have the ASL season right upon us. There's tons of awesome new content coming to ArtosisCasts. Including some non-ASL content. There is a new show match series that Caster Muse is putting on that I will be posting up pretty soon. The first match in that's going to be amazing. Yeah, there's a lot that I'm kind of working on right now to get going on the channel. So, wow, that's a really late factory. What was a 239 factory? This is some sort of different build. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure what I'm looking at here. Anyways, thank you for tuning into ArtosisCasts. Please do subscribe. It makes me very happy as that subscriber number keeps going up. It's, I don't know. Just watching Brood Wars still have such a good-sized scene is amazing, and having people rediscover. I love reading the comments of people who've rediscovered Brood War recently and are really into watching it once again, whether you play or not. Playing is definitely not for everyone, but still so fun. I mean, I obviously have a love-hate relationship with Brood War. It's mostly love. There's also some hate, though. It's just kind of the way it is. All right, so this is a 3 depot opener from Shinee, and he's gone Machine Shop. So, very different looking build. I'll actually go back at the end and re-look at the opener to try to determine what it is. My guess here is that he slowed the factory timing slightly to get something else more constant. There's certain cuts you have to do. You have to cut SCVs, you have to stop marine production to get the factory on time at 2:30 or less. So maybe he just slowed it down to be able to make more Marines for it, something like that. It looks like it's going to be an FD push, like what Fantasy has been doing quite a bit. That's really, really, really what it looks like right now. I'll be interested to see how he can do that against Bisu, because Bisu is one of the best micro players that there is. And yeah, he's so strong microing his units, it's insane. I played Bisu on the ladder 6 months ago, and he was on a barcode, and I didn't know it was him. And as he was beating him, I'm like, what the fuck? Is this Bisu? Because he literally killed me with his first 4 units. And then I went and checked afterwards, and it was Bisu. And I was like, oh, okay, so that's what that feels like. he's unreal. So something like seeing these Marines come with the tanks, I'm like, I think Bisu probably will be able to out micro this. Like, this is a push that could do a lot of damage, though. He has a lot of Marines. 8 Marines, siege tank, vulture with mines. Yeah, that's pretty heavy. It's 4 goons, so the 4 goons can one-shot Marines, which is important, but if you can pick a goon off, you get so much stronger here as Shinee. Look at this. He puts the probe in front, not losing any goons as of yet. You kidding me here? He makes the full wall. Well, I mean, that's very close to the end of the push. If he had siege mode, maybe there'd be something, but he's expanding behind, which is what you do with FD. Another depot on the way. So yeah, he's trying to still make this work, but there was like 0 probe loss for Bisu, 0 unit loss, in fact. And he ended up killing like 5 Marines and taking no damage. Oh, okay. Well, there you have it. Hidden command center in the top left off of an FD push. Now, that is actually, I could see that being something that Bisu doesn't scout for a very long time. Because if FD doesn't do anything, if FD ends up looking like this, and for the record, right, like when Fantasy started doing it, I started utilizing it a lot on the ladder. And I play pros generally once to twice a day, I guess. I hit pro gamers on the ladder. And I tried it against them a lot of times. And the pros and the guys that are just below ASL level were stomping the FD push. Every time I did it, looked exactly like what it just looked like from Shinee against Bisu. So, like, I actually stopped using it for the most part. I still use it against weaker players occasionally because it's kind of like a safe opener in a lot of ways. But, like, against really top end, I've found that that's what it looks like more often than not. So, when Bisu held it that hard, he might get over here at the Reaver and not recognize that there's a hidden base. He might just be like, yeah, I don't know, you're really far behind, LOL. But actually, he's like gaining an advantage from that hidden base. So I think it's actually a pretty decently smart move from Shinee. A weird opener into that makes sense to me. All right, so the Reaver doing a little bit of harassment. He does have the speed upgrade for the shuttle coming. 4 Marines coming down to try to push that shuttle back at least a little bit. Nice drop out there. Absorbs those shots. Oh, God, and he gets the tank right away. Takes a little bit on the shuttle, but not even through the shields as of yet. Oh, man, Bisu's crushing. Jesus. Why am I even casting this game? Yeah, this is pretty one-sided so far. Now, the Reaver is going to end up dying here. He can't get out, and the Marine is going to hit him. Oh, he didn't even hit the unload. Must have thought he had one more shot on there. But, yeah, that goes down. Bisu is taking a third. Shinee has his own third up here. So there's a couple things to mention about this. One is you're going to get SCVs more quickly because you have 3 command centers producing SCVs. Well, you should. Okay, there it is. But also you have a wider saturation of your workers, which is not a super common thing for Terran players. Generally, all of our patches are extremely saturated because Terran expands the slowest out of the 3 races. Whereas, like, Zerg would have the least saturation, right? And Protoss is somewhere in between, right? Like, Zerg often, a lot of their builds are like 1 per patch type things. Whereas, you know, if you're going all in as Terran, you might be like 2 per patch. And then if you're playing an expansion game, you'll have like 3 per patch and then keep transferring and build them up again and that type of thing, right? So this is like, if you look at it overall, yes, he's only on 43, but the spread amongst the minerals is making his income much higher than it would be at this number before. So, like, even though it looks like Bisu has this gigantic lead of 15 workers, which is a gigantic lead, the fact that he's on 3 bases this long, he's actually mining very similar to Bisu. Like, we don't get mining rates like in StarCraft 2. You're just going to have to take my word for that. It, like, does make a big difference. I don't have the exact numbers, but I do know this just from playing, so... now, in comes another Reaver, and the mine was actually perfectly placed. Shinee trying to get away with this tank. He is going to end up losing it, but it buys him a little bit of time, and there are some units on the way back in. This is the worst placed turret I've ever seen in my entire life. That turret is the ugliest, worst... I can't even think of how to make that worse. That is insane how bad that turret is. That was like an emergency turret when the Reaver was in his base before, just in case anyone's wondering. He didn't see that spot and say... Oh, yeah, this is a good place for a turret. He was just, like, throwing turrets down quickly to try to stop the shuttle from doing anything. But this is wretched. Wretched turret. This is like... This should walk through the city and we yell for shame at it, this turret. It's bad. Now, Bisu has a 4th base being taken. He's actually not scouting the map super fast. An observer now going around it. I think he'll probably have this shift clicked around the map and find Shinee's top left. And Shinee's not ready to defend this base. Like, if Shinee got up to 140 supply, he might actually be able to put on some light defense, like put some mines up here, maybe threaten a counterattack, that type of thing. But he doesn't really have that going on. So when this observer goes up there, if Shinee recognizes, he needs to either try to put a little bit of pressure on, or maybe just send the SCVs away and float the command center away and save it, and, you know, maybe take this as a 4th, something like that. Okay, Bisu gonna fly in now with his double shuttle, speed on both, and oh god, he drops the Reavers onto a mine. He turned around there. Not sure if that was the best move. Well, sure it wasn't the best move, but kind of a weird turnaround there. He is gonna continue to do a bit of harassment here on the depots. Yeah, getting a lot of damage there. Look at that. Tries to be a little greedy there and get the Goliath, but it does take a couple Reaver hits to get that, even if it has the damage upgrade, which this one does not. Lots of Zealots on the way here for Bisu with his legs finishing up. And it looks like he did scout that. We weren't really paying attention to this, but it went up and around, and it looks like he has sent a few Dragoons up here. And that's enough to easily shut down this base, force the SCVs to run most likely, kill the command center before it floats away. So that's unfortunate for Shinee, but, you know, it did gain him things for sure. Like, it is more than paid for itself, no doubt. Look at this. Like, there's many hundreds of minerals that are gone from here. It's obviously you want it up as long as possible. And if he can save these SCVs, it's going to be even better. I got to say, the best hidden base I ever saw, you guys might remember there was an ASL game where Light hit a base, and he made 1 SCV per patch and just left it on that. And I was like, oh, that's actually super brilliant. Like, that's the best mining you can possibly get. Every other SCV isn't worth quite as much. Anyways, here comes the bust from Bisu. He's going to go ahead and dive in with all of these Zealots and a Reaver as well. Oh, he's just going to crush him. Well, okay, that was a one-sided game. I was actually wondering, I'm like, maybe with that hidden base, he'll be all right. Maybe he'll be all right with that. But yeah, that does turn out to be quite one-sided. I do want to jump back and take a look. Okay, so hold on. Let's just check. Let me check the timings of all this. You want this around 137 if you can get it. 139, 141, 144 with a scout. So I think his mining just went wrong is what happened. Let's just see if he continued to produce. Did he make it after 16 supply at the command center? Yeah. So he's on 18 right now. Building the 2nd Marine. Building the SCV. Yeah, okay. So that's what it came out to be. So his gas went up a little bit late. His mining wasn't very good. He wasn't doing good boosting here. Maybe something messed up in the beginning. So he just chose like, okay, we'll push this back because this is about 10 seconds late, which you might look at that and be like, well, that doesn't matter that much. But actually, there's all sorts of different little timings where this could end up killing you with some very sharp things that can occur. For instance, if he went for a standard 3 Marine expansion, Vulture expansion, and Bisu went Zealot Dragoon and brought Zealot Dragoon probe in, he'd probably kill him. Because he would have 3 Marines and the Vulture would be 10 seconds late. Like, the Vulture comes out, like, when the Goon and Zealot are, like, here. So it would be 10 seconds later than that. So he'd have all sorts of time to screw everything up. Yeah, so Shinee, I think what happened this game, guys, is he looked at this and said, okay, it's not a good opener. I didn't scout him right away. Like, see how he's doing a box scout here as well. He realizes that all of his timings are off. Like, even if he cross-scouted and it was Nexus first, his Vulture will be 10 seconds late getting over there. So that's even going to be weak, too. So he's doing a regular scout, and he goes 3rd depot. And that kind of fixes it. Like, all the things I was talking about where you might die because you screwed up the factory timing, which are very specific scenarios, yes. But, like, what he does with the 3 depot and extra Marines stops all of it. Like, it's completely safe. This is Bisu he's against. So Bisu can't kill him because he makes the 3rd depot and keeps making Marines. So he's like completely safe here. So I think that's probably why he did it. It was just some bad mining, and that happens sometimes, and this is how he chose to fix it. But yeah, the FD push really not doing anything for him. All right, well, at least we cleared that up. Thank you for watching, guys. See you next time.